Hello everybody and welcome to Happy Healthy with Jess. Today we're going to be giving our lower back some love and attention. And in this session we're going to aim to find some freedom, some mobility and some comfort in the lower back by exploring how the body as a whole impacts this area of the body. So what you might need a little blanket to pad up your knees because we will be on our knees for a couple of exercises. And you might also want a cushion. You might use it, you might not. It's useful to have. So take your time in getting those things and then we're going to start lying on our backs. All right, everyone, so join me when you're ready, lying on your back. Now, knees bent is usually the happiest option for people, but you can absolutely lengthen your legs down. Sometimes people like to knock the knees gently towards each other as well, and maybe just pick up the hips and place them back down a few times as well, just to feel as much comfort as you possibly can right from the beginning. We're going to bring our hands onto the lower rib cage and that upper belly. So just placing the hands there for our first couple of minutes because we're going to focus on some breathing. Now, why is this important? Well, it's super important when it comes to our lower back health and stability. So when we breathe, let's just start breathing through the nose. When we breathe, we move the diaphragm, and that is our main breathing muscle. Yeah. So when we inhale, you should feel a nice rise of the lower ribs and belly, a little expansion. And as you breathe out, you should feel that area gently fall. Now, why this is important is because if this movement isn't as efficient as it could be, then this can affect our core stability, which in turn affects our spine and our lower back. Yeah. So just for these first opening minutes, we want to see if we can get this moving really well and get us connected to our diaphragmatic breathing. So as you were, breathing through the nose, inhale, feel the lower ribs and belly expand. Exhale, feel everything relax, feel it all collapse underneath your hands. Good. And again. Lovely. And just see if you can keep this going for a few final breaths, but I want you to really try and keep your shoulders and your chest as still as you can, because quite often that is what actually hinders the diaphragmatic movement. If we're breathing heavier and faster, that upper body starts to move a little bit, and it really doesn't allow that diaphragm its full deep movement. Yeah, and the breathing, nice and gentle, nice and quiet. It doesn't need to be noisy. Yeah, a couple more breaths. Inhale, the lower ribs and the belly expand. And don't worry if you're finding this difficult, by the way. Yeah, you might want to take a little bit of time outside of this session to really focus on this. I've got a video on it, so I'll put a link to it at the end. Really nice. Beautiful. Last one, let's just do one more together for luck. Inhale, the lower ribs and the belly expand. Exhale, everything relaxes. Really nice. Now we're gonna really keep this breathing. So we've established it. We're going to keep it through the whole of this session. Yeah, so everybody bending their knees now if they're not already, and just make sure the knees and the feet are hip distance apart. I want you to bring your hands onto your hips and just start by tucking the tailbone. So really imprint your lower back into the floor and then just gently arch it the other way. Now, I don't know who you are doing this session. Yeah, I don't know your body. I don't know what you're going through. So please just go super gently. Have a little read of my description if you need to for a little disclaimer. But obviously, if anything doesn't feel quite right, you're just going to skip it. Come back to that breathing, yeah, because that is going to really help you. Yeah, so we're just tucking and arching, pelvic tilting. We're not lifting the hips off the floor at this point. and we're just thinking about finding some freedom. Quite often when I do this, it starts out quite jerky. It's like, yeah, but don't worry, that should smooth out as you give it a few more rock and rolls. And just think about smoothing it out if you can. Nice, everyone. If you're loving that, stay longer, obviously. But we're going to settle somewhere in the middle of the two, yeah? So it's a nice neutral spine. We're then going to interlace your fingers and lengthen your arms. This is a bit of a weird one, so you're welcome to watch first if you want. My hips and my feet and everything are still in the lower body. I move my arms over to the right, peeling my left shoulder up, but notice how my arms are lengthened. Yeah, and that's as far as I go. And then I'm going to go the other way. You should see it a bit better this way. Elbows are locked. Little pendulum movement from right to left. Maneuvering from your mid-spine. This is the thoracic spine where the rib cage attaches. And try to follow your arms and your hands with your head as well. Good, really peel that shoulder up, keep everything else still, the hips are glued. Now something I like to do with this is I like to lift my head off. Yeah, so after you've done a few reps with your heads down, maybe lift the head and shoulders up. Breathing through the nose, nice and lightly. Elbows are long. Good, 2 more. Yeah, pendulum, pendulum. Fantastic. Relax back into the center. Good. Arms are going to glue down by your sides, or if you can, bring your arms up. Yeah, so fists in the air and glue the backs of the arms to the ground. We're going to bring the feet and thighs together. Yeah, and we're basically going to do exactly the same, but for the lower body. So don't just let them fall over to the side. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep them glued. You're going to let the knees move to the right. Peel your bum cheek on the left off the floor. Peel the left foot off the floor. And just keep the ribs into the mat. Good, and the other way. It might take a few rounds to get this, yeah? And feel free to have a little watch if you need to. Breathing through the nose. My rib cage is glued to the floor. My bum is peeling up. And letting those legs gently sway to the side. So this is really sort of isolating-ish the lower back. Good work. And then try and relax into it, because I know when people first start this one, they get really tense, and just try and relax into it. Good. Just do 1 more, or as many as you like. Really good, well done. Right, feet planted, back to where we were before, hip distance apart. From here, draw the chin in, and we're going to lift up the hips. Yeah, now just lift the hips up so they're in line with your knees, okay? We're not lifting it into an arch. And just push gently down into the soles of the feet. Relax the upper body. And all I want you to do is shift your weight into the left foot. So just imagine that you're going to lift your right foot off, but you're not. Yeah? Just imagine you're going to lift that right foot. Put your effort into the left butt cheek and the left back of your thigh, the hamstring. Yeah? And then back to the center. Good. Now shift your weight into the right foot. Imagine you're going to lift the left foot. Think about the right butt cheek, the back of your right leg. Good, back to the center, breathe in. Breathe out, peel down, vertebra by vertebra, from the top all the way to the bottom. Good, and then bring the knees in, really nice. Now, with that exercise, that's your glute bridge, yeah? I'm sure a lot of you have done that one before. But what that does is it helps to strengthen the bum and the hamstring, yeah? And these are really, really key in also supporting the lower back. So you're going to stick with that. If you feel like you want to, we're going to peel the leg off, but this is quite challenging for some people, so please don't think, oh my gosh, I'm rubbish at it. It takes a bit of time. Also, if you feel like the back of your leg's going to cramp, stop, yeah? Because we don't want it to cramp. So, let's do it again. Feet hip distance apart. We're peeling up the hips. Now remember, you can just stick with that shift of the weight. Yeah, upper body relaxed, breathe. We start by shifting into the left foot. Now, the first thing you want to do is imagine you're going to lift the right foot. That's enough for some of us. Mind in your left bum cheek, back of the thigh, and maybe that right leg peels off in line with your left for 5. For 4, breathe. 3, bum cheek. 2, 1, place it down. Keep the hips up if you can, or rest in between. Take a breath. Nice, now we're shifting into the right foot. Imagine you're going to peel that left foot off. That's stage 1 and stick with that if you want to. If you can, butt cheek. Keep the hip up, left leg lengthens for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, butt cheek. 2, 1, placing it down, lowering the hips. Really nice, give those knees a hug. Have a little rock. Good. Now, obviously, in your own time, we're not going to do it in this session, you might want to think about extending that. Yeah, trying to build up how long you can stay for. There's lots of other fantastic bum exercises, but it is a really nice foundational one to do. Good. Well done. Let's lengthen this right leg down and just draw this left knee in. Can you lift your head up for me as well? Lift your head and shoulders and just almost like push the knee into your hands. And try and bring your head to your knee, but the knee's pulling away from you at the same time. Good. And the other side. Lengthen that left leg, right knee in. Lift up. Push the knee away, but bring your head and shoulders towards the knee. Breathe. We're doing this 2 more times. This helps with our rounding of the spine. Yeah? Which sometimes for some people is actually quite restricted. Lifting up, lifting up. We call it flexion of the spine. 1 more. Push the knee away, rounding. Amazing, well done. Right, take those feet hip or mat distance apart if you've got a mat and just swish the knees from right to left. Little swish. Swish, swish. Good, you might want to take your arms wide, enjoy that. I know we've been on our backs a little while. You're doing really well. Fantastic. Okay, from here we're going to come onto all 4s. Now take your time. If you need to roll to the side first, you can. Don't get yourself all dizzy. And we are going to maybe pad up the knees at this point. So for those of us that need it or want it, I want it, we're going to put that blanket underneath the knees, all right? Now, shoulders on top of wrists, knees underneath your hips, and we are going to do some cat-cow. Yeah, so really find that position, and we're going to inhale, dip your belly down, lift the chest and the chin. Exhale, tailbone under, arch the spine, spread the shoulders, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the chest, the chin, really try and lift that chest through your arms. Exhale to arch it up. Now just keep going with this if you can for me. And a really key thing here is to really think about your breathing. So breathing in as you arch that spine. Breathing out as you take it up to the sky. Good, good, good. And really think about your breathing here as well in terms of the depth of the breath. Yeah, have we suddenly gone a little bit shallower into that chest? Can we think about the breathing we did at the beginning? Couple more reps, couple more rounds. Don't know about any of you, but I could do this forever. Really nice, everybody. Okay, now we're going to think about the bum again. So, focusing in on that bum again, what I want us to do, and I'm just going to move forwards a tiny bit because I really don't want to kick anything. So, we are going to extend the right leg back. Okay, now when you extend the right leg back, you can be on your forearms here as well, by the way, for anyone that needs it for the wrists. When you extend that right leg back, try and keep the hips really level. Try to keep your weight really even in your hands and your knee, yeah? And from here, we're gonna just lengthen through the back heel and lift the leg. Really find momentum from your bum cheek, yeah? Straight through the knee, we're gonna lift it up and tap it down. Knee really even, through the hands and your knee. Lift and down. Lift, use your bum and down. We're not arching the back. Lift and down. Good. 4 and down. We're doing 8. 5, breathing through the nose. 6, very good. 7, lovely. 8, hold it up, and bring it down. Really good. Other side, everybody. So left leg, extend it back. Toes are tucked. Imagine someone's kind of pulling your heel back away from you. Even through your hands and your knee. Just lift it up for me to begin with. Straight through the knee. Length through the bum. And we're lifting up with energy, tapping it down. Lifting up from the butt cheek and down. Very good. 3 and down. 4 and lovely. 5, good. 6, 2 more. 7, last one, nice breath. 8, good. Take a little rest. Give those hands a shake, give your bum a shake, give your hips a wiggle. Good. How's that feel? All right. So the final round of this one, we're going to add an extending of the arm to this. So we're going to just do 4 repetitions. You can do 8 if you want, and add the arm, because actually this can be quite challenging, especially if you some of this stuff for some people, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's super easy. I do a lot of this stuff a lot, but I can even find this really difficult, because if I really think about what I'm doing and I really focus in on the breath and like the intricate movements, it's really hard. So let's do it again. And I've moved back a little bit because I want to be able to extend my arm. She's moving back and forwards. Anyway, so from here, get this hair out of the way. We're going to do that right leg again. So right leg extends back. Yeah. Now again, nice and even. We're on the hands this time. If you are on your forearms, you might want to come back to the hands. Yeah. You can do it on the forearms, just a bit more awkward. Nice and even. We lift up. We go 4. Squeeze the bum and down. Get that little pause at the top. 3 and down. Really lengthen through the knee. 2 and down. Lovely. Last one. Nothing else moves. Hold it up. Now really lightly think about lengthening your left arm. Yeah, lengthen it. Right hand and left knee, super relaxed. Weight is even through both of them. We hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Fantastic, everybody. Let's do the other side. Straight in. Good work. Give anything a shake that needs it. Left leg goes back. Nice. Here we go. Lifting from the butt, we go 4 and down. Everything else nice and still. 3 and down. 2. Good work. Last one. 1. Now holding it up, nice and gentle. We're going to reach the right arm forwards. Now how light can you be through that right knee and that left hand? We're holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Amazing, everybody. Give that a shake. Give it a wiggle. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, why is she not telling me to grip my core? I don't do that. Yeah, I don't tell you to grip your core, because actually there is evidence out there to say that if we are gripping our core too much, we are actually weakening the muscles here. We're going to weaken everything in our core, because your core should naturally do its thing. Yeah, and obviously with these things that we're doing, it is. Yeah, so we don't need to overly grip, and especially when we're thinking about lower back health, obviously the lower back, lots of factors to bring in with that, but we don't need to overly grip those abs. Okay, well done. How was that? Okay. Good work. So from here, everybody, let's just come to a comfy seat. So ideally cross-legged. If you need to, you can sit on a little cushion, but actually you can sit anywhere you like. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is a bit of a weird movement called a glide. Yeah, so sitting comfortably. You can do this on a chair as well, actually. So this is for the lower back, these 2 big muscles either side of the lower back called the QL, quadratus lumborum, right? So we're going to take our arms nice and wide, yeah, here. And what we're going to do is keep your hips glued to the floor. Imagine your pelvis can't move, yeah? And we're going to glide, whoops, she says, there's a wall there. We're going to glide to one direction. And I'm going to glide to the other from the lower back. Glide and glide. Glide. Good work, everybody. Glide. I've got a client in his 80s and I do this with him and he finds it hilarious. Glide. Good work. Last one. Glide. Good. Take a rest. Roll those shoulders a few times for me. Breathing. Nice. Now don't worry if you're a bit like, this feels weird. Eventually things like that will loosen up, It's almost like you're kind of moving your ribs independently. If you went to dance class, you did that all the time, so you know how to do that. We're going to do it one more time, yeah? 8 repetitions. So again, pelvis absolutely still, belly relaxed, hips glued to the floor. Let's go. We've got 8. Imagine someone's pulling you to the side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good breathing. Okay, good. Shoulder rolls. Nasal breathing. Good, we're nearly there, everybody. Really nice. So we're going to add a side bend now. So wherever you're sitting, you can absolutely keep that position. I'm just going to swap my legs over just because it's good to do both. We're going to bring that right hand down by our side. It can be fingertips, it can be hand. Keep the left butt cheek glued and we're going to reach the left arm up. We breathe in. We breathe out to side bend. Good. Now take a few breaths here, breathing in. Breathing out to relax. So breathe in, you want to imagine that you're sort of lengthening. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice, everybody. Other side. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. And out. Couple more of those. Again, breathing in to reach, reach, reach. Breathing out to imagine everything's relaxing and softening. One more time. Fantastic. Take a moment in the middle. Just observe your lower back. Observe your belly. Take a few. Nice, everybody. All right, so we're going to grab our blanket or our padding for the knees and we're going to do a little bit of a lunge now, okay? So take your time. You might not need that padding, yeah? But take your time getting it into position. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the right knee down on it. I'm going to bring the left leg forwards, yeah? And what we're going to do is we're going to bend into this left knee. Okay. Now in this position, if you're a bit higher up, if you need your hand down, you can. But the key thing here is to try to let the left hip sink so you feel this stretch through this left thigh. Okay. Give this left bum cheek a little bit of a squeeze. If you need any support either side of you, you can use it. Yeah. And all we're going to do is move in and out. So breathing in to lift, breathing out to sink gently down. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Couple more. You might want to stay into that stretch. If it's too much on the back, you can absolutely bring yourself forwards. You might need your hands on something like a book or a block. Good. Just one more breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. Now we're going to put this right hand down onto the floor. And if you need it, you can put your hand on something like I just said, but tuck the back toe for me and see if you can lengthen the back knee. If you can't, not a problem, but push the left foot down. I'm going to reach the left arm up into the sky. Now really push that left foot into the mat. Push your right heel back away from you, breathing in. Breathing out, bring your left hand down to meet your right. And then do it again, breathing in to lift up. Breathing out to tap down. You might even see if the forearm can go towards the floor. It might not, that's okay. Breathing in. Breathing out one more time so that we've done 4. Breathing in, strong through the legs. Breathing out. Really good, everybody. Lower that right knee and let's just step it back. Good. And feel free in between just to take a little child's pose. Bum can be high or bum can be low. Take a breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. How was that? I love a good lunge. It's the best thing. Let's do the other side, everybody. So this time we're going to bring that right leg forwards. And again, do it as much or as little as you need to, but you need to get that bend into the hip, yeah? So left hand can be on anything, on a prop. Maybe lifting yourself up a little bit here. And again, you might be sinking in and out. Breathing gently. Left butt cheek, a little bit of a squeeze. Fantastic. Now this big muscle, this hip flexor, these flexor muscles, they're really attached and intertwined with that lower back. That's why we're focusing on this. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths, just letting everything sink. If that's too much, remember, props either side of you. Really nice. Right, left hand down onto a prop or onto the floor. Good. Now from here, you can move that right foot a little bit over if you need to. Optional, keep the knee down or tuck the toe. We're lifting up, reaching the right arm high. Now really push down into this right foot so this whole muscular area gets nice and strong. Breathing in, breathing out, hand meets hand. Good. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out, come down. Maybe the elbow tries to go a bit further. Don't worry if it doesn't. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to tap. One more time, keep pushing into the legs. I know they might be burning a little bit. Fantastic, everybody. Right, lower the knee. Take a rest. Fabulous. Giving everything a wiggle. Really nice, everyone. Okay, so from here, we're just actually going to stay on all fours for a second to activate these hip flexors just a tiny bit more. We were just stretching them. We're now just going to strengthen them a tiny, tiny bit. So from all fours or forearms, I want you to bring your right knee without anything moving too much, right knee towards your tricep, as high up as you can get it. High up, high up. Really think about the top of your thigh. Breathing. Can you feel it? Top of your thigh, oh my gosh, and lower it down. That's your hip flexor. Left side, left knee up as high as it will go on the tricep. Really lift it. Think about the top of your thigh, as close as you can. Breathe. And down, good, 2 more. Knee as high as you can get it. Thigh to belly, up, 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 up. And down. Last one, don't worry how high it's going, by the way. Up, 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 up. Amazing, good. Take your knees wide for me. And we're going to sit the hips towards the heels. Don't worry how far they go. Reaching the arms forwards. If your head reaches the floor, it reaches the floor. Or you can put it on a cushion. Or you can always stack your fists and just let your head rest onto your fists. And let's connect with that breathing again. How relaxed can your shoulders and chest be as you breathe? Really nice, everybody. All right. So there's loads more stuff that we could do, but I want to wind this down and we're going to come down onto our backs to close this session. Now this is where you might want a cushion under your head. A cushion under your head. You can put it under your head if you want, but actually, really nice thing that I want us to do, if you're comfortable doing it, is to put it under your bum. How can I get head and bum mixed up? Oh, it's easily done. So now I've got quite a sort of low cushion, but it's wide. You can have as high a one as you want. You can have a bolster, like a longer pillow. We're just placing it under the lower back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that is actually super chill. Yeah. You can of course get your hips higher if you want. And from here, all we're going to do is going to start by lifting the right leg up. Don't worry how high, just try and straighten it out if you can. And then lift the left leg up. Just let those hips sort of surrender into the cushion. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice. Good. Now maybe bringing those knees in, opening them out. Depending what height cushion you're on, this might feel good, it might not. So whatever you like. Let's take a little rock. It was just nice to get a bit of weight off the feet. And sort of say hello to the hamstrings a bit as well. Nice, everybody. So from here, pop your feet down, removing the cushion, just lift the hips, taking it out. You can stay longer there if you want. I know that a lot of you will really like that. We're going to place the right ankle onto the left lower thigh for a little figure four shape. So this might be enough for some of us. Yeah, just holding it there and chilling there. If you can, we're going to lift the left foot off the floor. That might be enough. You can put your left foot onto a wall, or you can interlace your hands behind the back of that thigh and then just gently draw it in. Try to relax the calf and the shin and the ankle. And you should be feeling a bum stretch, a glute, outer hip area stretch here. You can go on top of the shin if you need a little bit more, but try not to force anything. And let's take 4 breaths together here. Inhale, lower ribs and belly. Exhale, relax, relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, good. One more on your own, maybe. Lovely. If you think that this area needs a bit more attention, stay on this side. Otherwise, we're just gently going to release. And we're going to swap sides. Left ankle, lower left thigh. Again, that might be enough. You might place the foot onto a wall so that you don't have to lift your body up as such, or you might interlace. Yeah, wherever works for you. If this side feels completely different, that's okay. Good, feeling that in the outer hip, the butt. Really nice, everyone. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower ribs and belly. Exhale. Good work. Inhale. Exhale. Really relax. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If you want to stay a bit longer, take a few extra breaths, you absolutely can. Good. Letting that release if you're with me. Really nice. So from here, you can take a twist of choice. So you might want to take knees, both knees across to one side. You might want to lengthen a right leg down and take the left knee across. We're just going to take a really relaxed twist. I like to do the lengthened one. So right leg down, left leg over, opening that left arm out and just breathing into this reclined twist, allowing your chest to open. Trying to relax the shoulder area. Now, we could have done a lot more twisting and movement, and we would definitely do a little round 2 of this session at some point. But I'm really hoping that this was gentle enough. I know we did a little bit of strength in there, that area does just feel a little bit different for you now. And we'll notice that in a second. Good, let's swap sides if you're ready. But I hope that you kind of can see how, the whole body influences this. Actually, we could have gotten into the neck a little bit here as well. We could have done neck circles, some more shoulder rolls and activation. So we'll look at that in another video for sure. But these areas that we focused on today are kind of the key areas that we'll focus on if we need a bit of freedom for that lower back. Nice, hopefully you've swapped sides. If you haven't, then make sure you do. Make sure you're breathing, relaxing into it. Gorgeous, everybody. We're slowly going to come out, and let's just take a final minute to just come back to that breathing. Let's maybe, if you're comfortable, lengthen the legs this time. If you're not, you can keep them bent. But just see if you can relax that body into the ground. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Breathing in. Breathing out, relaxing, relaxing. Good, everybody. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Just observe how you're feeling. Feel free to stay there. But I will take this opportunity to say a big thank you for joining me. So in the second installment of this lower back love session, we will focus on a little bit more of the neck, the shoulders, and also on extension of the spine, which we didn't do too much of here. So sort of back bends and strengthening in that extended position. But that might not be ready for you. You might not feel ready for that yet. So you just feel what's right for you. This might be good. Try the next one. Give me a comment. Let me know how you got on, and let me know any questions at all. I'm welcome to answer them. I'm thrilled to answer them. This session's relaxed me as well. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I cannot wait to see you in another session very soon. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe.